And welcome into more semifinal action, Class A Boys Division II. It's Donelson Christian Academy at 17-10 against Webb at 19-13. And fans, you're in for a treat. The play-by-play man for this game will be the legendary Tim Tackett. Coach Joe Holloway here with the color.
I don't know where this legendary stuff comes in, but I sure appreciate it. Would you mind calling my wife and share information with her? Joe, we've had lots of action here today. Franklin Road Academy and Webb of Knoxville will play for a state championship on the girls' side of Division IIA on Friday morning, and we've got one side of this one ready to go. University School of Nashville as well will play a winner over Harding Academy 66-48, taking on the winner of this one, Donelson Christian Academy from right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and Webb School of Knoxville trying to go for the sweep. As their girls team just won this one, and they're going to wear the lucky green, which is what the gals were able to win in the last time out. We'll see how that turns out
for the boys. But you know, DCA, the team before in University School of Nashville, had won 13 of its last 14. That last loss, though, was 57-47 to DCA, the team that's here on the north end of the gymnasium. So this could be a slobber knocker or a white knuckler here.
Webb School has played in the state championships 7 times, the last time being in 2010. Their record 2-7 in state tournament play. DCA, their third trip now. The last time they were here was 10 years ago in 2010. They are just 1-2. Neither team has won a state championship. They're just 2 games away from getting that done, Joe. And we've got both teams warming up in what will be the last one. As we mentioned, tomorrow, the AA Division II AA teams will take the floor. The same format: girls, boys, that play all day long. If you just love good basketball, come out and enjoy it. If you can't, click on TSSAA.org and you can flip on and listen to the broadcast. You just flip on the audio, or if you wanted to see the broadcast, you can pick that up as well. And we've got a broadcast right here beside us, and Joe, it's a very nice broadcast that you get other than having to listen to us.
That's right. Great picture. And you're listening to Blue Cross Basketball Championships here on the TSSAA Network. We're going to take a 2-minute network break, Tim.
Master.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music.
I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Basketball championships from David Lipscomb University. Tim Tackett along with Joe Holloway as Webb and Donelson Christian Academy set to do battle here in this semifinal game, the last one of the evening. The winner to take on University School of Nashville, a 66-48 winner over Harding Academy just a little bit earlier on in this one. Joe, interesting looking at the roster here for Webb. these guys might ought to be in flight school. Coach Ricky Norris has practically every player listed as a wing player.
Well, I tell you what, now he may have a lot of wing play. You know, Ricky Norris was legendary at Oak Ridge for many years as a boys coach.
Let's go ahead and get to the starting lineup first for Webb. And as Joe will mention, we'll probably get to them a couple different times because they do introduce all the players, which is the right thing to do. But we'll get to the starting lineup for Webb School. Their record coming into this contest, 19-13. The fourth place team out of the East Middle region. So they've kind of fought their way to get here in this contest, coached by Ricky Norris. Starting at one of the wing positions will be freshman Justin Jenkins. He's a 6-footer. Also starting will be senior Chad Neighbors. He's 5'10". Burton Sampson gets a start, 6'4" junior. Caleb Blantz, a 5'6" senior. And Liam Willoughby at the post. He's a 6'1" freshman. So you've got Jenkins, Neighbors, Sampson, Blantz, and Willoughby for Webb School out of Knoxville, Tennessee, the Spartans. For Donelson Christian Academy from right here in Nashville, Tennessee, the Wildcats coached by Presley Ramsey, 17-10. They are the region, East Middle Region champions, and their record, as I mentioned, 17-10. They'll start this way. Colin Johnston will start at a guard position, a 5'9" senior. Will Henry at a wing position. He's 6 foot and a senior. Jake Singer in the post at 5'11", sophomore. Josh Erickson at guard position, 5'10", and he is a senior, along with D. Ewin, 6'1", and a senior. So you've got Johnston, Henry, Singer, Erickson, and Ewin in this contest. DCA a winner over Evangelical Christian School, 44-39 in the sub-state to get to this contest. And Joe, we've got a nice crowd that has gathered a really good group. It's on this end from Donelson Christian Academy. I guess you would expect that.
I would expect that.
Given the fact that Donelson is on the other side of Nashville, but certainly that's still close.
But with these nice, with 440 and a couple of other arteries, just a hop, skip, and jump. For Webb School of Knoxville, I noticed a young man by the name of Todd Kelly, a pretty fair football player that's getting some offers. He is their second leading scorer at 11.3 points a game. Their leading scorer is Burton Sampson with 18.4 points a game.
The starting lineups will be introduced to the crowd that's around us. And Joe, we mentioned in the girls contest, it bears repeating again just how exciting it would be to get to play in a state championship contest. And for that very reason, every player gets the chance to get introduced and their name called and bring them out on the floor for this first contest. But it's an exciting time for these kids, and we'll just see who can respond to the pressure, I guess, or the excitement. I don't know. Is it pressure? I don't know if kids have pressure at this age, do they?
It's only pressure if you self-impose it. Some of these kids are having the time of their life. I saw the Fayette Academy girls, even though they got beat, they were glad. They were hurt, they lost, but they were glad to be here. And it was an experience they'll never forget. Just like every one of these young people will never forget this experience.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Nashville, Tennessee is just about championship headquarters, though. Right now, the OVC basketball championships are taking place in Municipal Auditorium. The SEC women's championships are taking place at the Bridgestone Arena. And you've got the TSSAA Division II championships taking place right here at David Lipscomb University. So there's 3 venues right now where basketball is being played at a high level, at a different level in some ways, but the excitement is certainly there in this arena just like it would be anyplace else.
And this tournament, plus the one held at Murfreesboro, the TSSAA, has put many of the players in that SEC tournament, in that OVC tournament. One I know that played on 2 state championship teams at Liberty, Jawan Long, the Defensive Player of the Year at Murray State.
Well, you're right. A lot of them get that, and you're going to see some college players. Some of them might be just in the Division II, Joe. It appears to me, and I think you bear this out, you typically see a few more freshmen, sophomores playing in these games than you might see it at the Division I level. And part of that is the maturity. Some of it's the size of the school, whatever it might be, and some of it is, frankly, the athletic ability that they have, and they get into a private school situation where they have the chance to play.
You're right, and the guy that just missed being here with the University School of Jackson, John Ross Glover, Mr. Basketball candidate, will play right on this floor in college for the David Lipscomb Bisons.
David Lipscomb, they've got lots of A-Sun banners hanging up. They're running buddies, Belmont University.
Yes.
Not 2 miles from here, I guess. Will be moving into the OVC next year. with the likes of UT Martin and Murray State, some schools I know that you're familiar with on your end of the
Eastern
world.
Kentucky, and of course they brought, what's a little different about the OVC now, they brought some of the Illinois schools into there, and of course SEMO, Southeast Missouri, has always been there. Let's not forget Tennessee Tech. But what a great squad here for both teams, and the alternating introductions and stuff. The cheerleaders, the kids clad in green on one end, yellow and blue on the other end. What an atmosphere in an arena where you're not so far away that you got to have the Mount Telomar telescope.
Joe, let's sneak in one more 30-second break before we get this one started. You're listening to the Blue Cross Basketball Championships along the TSSAA network.
Because you can see forever. Because you can see forever from Signal Mountain. And with the right vision plan, you can see a whole lot more. Because 5 kids in Jackson means 40 bicuspids at the dentist. Because of a mobile site that helps you find a doctor. Because of small towns, big businesses, and partnering together for affordable solutions in health and wellness. Every policy tells a story. You carry us because we carry you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Health, wellness, dental, vision.
University, the Allen Arena. Joe, something that's changed, I think, this year. You tell me if I'm wrong. It seems like they sang a played a national anthem before every contest in years past. This year, apparently, they're just doing it at the beginning of the session.
No, the first year we worked these games, they definitely did, Tim. You're
because
right.
It seemed like every broadcast we were, having to understand where that took place in the broadcast and make it all work out.
And not breaking it down into sessions. We're flowing straight through.
That's right.
20 minutes now between games. They go ahead and play the national anthem at the beginning contest.
Donelson Christian Academy in the home white. Johnston, Henry, Singer, Erickson, and Ewan for Webb School in green out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Jenkins, Neighbors, Sampson, Blance, and Willoughby. And we're about to get this one underway. Willoughby will stand in there with Ewan and controlled by Webb, and we're underway with the basketball. Blance looking against, it looked like man-to-man from DCA this trip down, and that is certainly the case. Top of the key, it goes to Neighbors. And they're running a kind of a 3-man weave out front. Popping out to get it again is Jenkins. We played just 15 seconds. Both teams feeling their way around this basketball game. Willoughby, no one's penetrated with the basketball inside the three-point line as yet. Continuing to run it.
Tim, they're running the flex. Pick for the picker and the back pick.
But they're not looking inside very much, and I'm not sure whether that's by design or they just want to go ahead and maybe run, get the sweat built up a little bit, get your energy going. Not a bad strategy at all.
No, not at all.
We played almost a minute as Neighbors has it out front. Looks like they want to get a little bit more serious about taking it inside. Jenkins tries to go there, can't, kicks it back out top. It goes to Sampson. Jenkins makes a move, brings it back out top. They've held it a minute. Blance, guarded out front by Erickson. 40 feet from the basket is Willoughby. Crosses over, has the ball tipped away, and it's on the floor, picked up by Webb. Jenkins still with it. Right side it goes to Blance, holds it. Checked out there, as we mentioned, by Erickson. Webb very patient with the basketball through the lane, shooting it inside the Neighbors off his hands, but he's able to pick it back up, down the baseline, kicks it back out top to Blance. And Webb will reload it one more time. Jenkins, we've played almost 2 minutes now with it on this end of the floor. We'll get home for dinner a little early at this pace, Joe.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell the restaurant
and then
ready.
That quickly, Sampson fires up about a 17-footer, missed a shot. Rebound comes off to Colin Johnston in DCA's first possession of this basketball game. Webb man-to-man as well. Very aggressive. With the ball is Erickson. Out to the midcourt stripe, Colin Johnston sets the offense. Running the high post area, Jake Singer can't get the basketball. Coming out to set a pick is Ewan. No shot in the air yet. Singer, Nelson will fire three short. No, it's good. It crawled over the front edge of that rim. First shot of the game for DCA is a three.
And here's the full court pressure, Tim.
Webb, up the floor they come with it now. Justin Jenkins, ridden and foul. Yeah, a little push. Will Henry got him, and here's the situation I think that happened there. He was running so fast, it didn't take much contact to push him off balance, and when you get an advantage, you've got to call the foul.
You have got to call the foul. You're absolutely right.
And it was really not much contact, but Jenkins was moving so fast, it didn't take much to get him off balance.
Singer with that foul. That's his first.
Blance out between the rings. DCA backs off, applying not a lot of pressure out beyond the three-point line. Down the baseline, running with it is Sampson. Can't shoot in the corner. Firing a three is good. That is Justin Jenkins. We're tied at 3.
And that was a good shot. He measured that one. Did you see that follow through?
He most certainly did. Johnston for DCA. Right across the floor to Singer. Gets a pick, can't use it. In the corner to Erickson. Now with it is Johnston. Kicks it across, down the baseline, running is Singer. Up and under, no good on the shot. Rebound pulled off by Webb. That was Liam Willoughby down the floor running with it. All the way through, trip, no call. And DCA comes back the other way. Johnston, kick it across to Singer. Left side, it goes. Erickson down the baseline, bumped and foul. That foul will go against, I believe, Caleb Blance for Webb School.
And he took that fake and gave up the baseline. Tim, we talked about the importance of shutting that baseline down. That'll be the first team foul.
Carson Outlaw in the contest for DCA, replacing Singer. Johnston to trigger it in, throws it out near the midcourt stripe, tracked out there by Erickson. Has it with the left-hand dribble. Everybody outside the three-point line. DCA now will run everybody toward the free throw line, clear out the top of the key area for Johnston. Kicks it out top to Outlaw. Inside, spinning with it is Ewing. Shot up and good. He's a big boy.
He is a big one, a senior, and that's a version of David Lipscomb's old offense when Don Meyer was here.
3 in the air on the other end. Quickly up and good is Willoughby. Oh, that's not Willoughby. Let's make it Sampson.
Yeah.
So Webb has hit 2 for 2 at the three-point line and lead is 6-5. 3:40 to go first quarter. A quick moving contest. Erickson, top of the key, crosses over. Can't get loose, now goes down the baseline, cut off, spins, fires it up, good. He was denied about 3 times and still got a shot in the air. Down the floor with it is Webb, but that's got to be an over and back. The only way Willoughby could save the basketball was to throw it to the back court, and as soon as just make that Chad Neighbors caught it, it was a backcourt violation. Great pressure from DCA, forces the turnover.
First turnover of the contest, even with all the pressure we've had, Tim.
7-6, DCA leads 3-10 as we come to front court in the hands of Colin Johnston. Johnston pulls up, can't shoot, gets it to Outlaw. Free throw line, back outside to Johnson. Through the lane he runs, all the way through. Scoop shot left hand, no good. Wildly rebound pulled out of there by Willoughby for Webb. To Sampson. Left hand dribble up the floor, he comes. Needs help and gets it. That's Chad Neighbors. Down the baseline, running with it is Jenkins. Puts it up and off the glass and scores.
We're going to have lead changes here. Some great individual and team play here.
Jenkins with 5, his team up. That's Webb, 8-7. 2.5 to go first quarter. Well played contest. Will Henry
executing well.
To Johnston. Back to Henry. Exchanging passes out front. Everybody moving inside. They run a weave out to the top of the key. Johnson, Henry. Gives it up now to Erickson. Fires up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound inside. That's Ezel. Make that DCA with the shot. But a foul is called on the putback. And much of the crowd does not agree, as does the coaching staff over on the Webb bench. But they don't put it to a vote.
No, and the referees, as much as you and I have either coached, refereed, or whatever, they've got the best view for that, and there's no way we could tell about body contact and things like that.
Foul goes against Sampson. That is his first free throw shooting 2 times. Will be Carson Outlaw, a junior at 6'1", and missed the first one.
2 team fouls on Webb, and we only have 2 minutes and 7 seconds, Tim, left in this quarter.
Brandon Neighbors in the contest for Webb, as Outlaw will try to tie the contest at 8. It's 8-7 Webb, 2:07. This one's up and no good. He missed both. Rebound Webb. Sampson gives it up now to Caleb Blance. He'll work it across the midcourt stripe against Josh Erickson. Right-hand dribble, left side, ball tipped and almost stolen away. Stepping in the passing lane was Singer. Couldn't control it.
And that time, you know, you got to catch it with your eyes, your hands, and your feet. And if you don't step up and meet it, somebody will cut in front of them.
Justin Jenkins right in front of the DCA bench to play it in. Under no pressure, gets it now to Blantz. He stands all alone at the midcourt stripe. DCA stays. Yeah, that's a zone, I believe. Can't really tell for sure. Spinning move inside, it's up and good. That is Sampson. Burton Sampson now with 5, and Webb leads it 10-7. 2 players with 5 points apiece for Webb. Down the baseline, running with it is Erickson. Missed on the shot, put back up, an easy one for Carson Outlaw. He's just kind of standing in the right place, Joe.
He really was, and hey, take care of those opportunities.
Everybody's got to be somewhere. 10-9, Webb on top with the basketball. We work our way toward the 1 minute mark. The winner to take on University School of Nashville on Saturday for the state championship, Division IIA. Webb, very methodical, in no hurry. Whip pass inside. Kick it back out now as Justin Jenkins make that. Brandon Neighbors will track it down. Back to Blantz. Webb very soon will probably be looking for just the last shot of the quarter with 43 seconds to go. In no hurry, Neighbors. DCA is man-to-man, but applying very little pressure as Willoughby will stand at the midcourt stripe and just hold it with 29 seconds. And I think that's exactly where we're at right now as Ricky Norris motions. We're going to take the last shot. Willoughby's going to stand and hold it, and DCA will let him.
Yeah, they will, and we're going to find out what the 2 offense is right now.
That's the call?
Yeah, they'll start it with about 15 seconds.
Here we go. Brandon Neighbors spinning against Johnston. Out top it goes to Blantz. Running through the lane to Neighbors, to Justin Jenkins with 2 seconds. He'll fire from 30. It is off the glass, no good, and the first quarter is in the books. Webb School of Nashville 10, DCA 9 at the end of quarter 1. You're listening to the Blue Cross Basketball Championships from David Lipscomb.
Musco Sports Life.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
Team shooting very well. DCA 4 of 8, Webb 4 of 6, and we've had precious few turnovers, 2 and 0. Not a turnover in the first half by DCA.
One turnover by Webb, and Tim, a lot of time run off the clock though by Webb in that very first possession.
Yeah, I mean it's about as fast a first quarter as we've seen. It was 8 minutes on the clock and probably 10 or 10 and a half maybe on the big clock, the atomic clock, as you will.
Jenkins and Sampson have 5 points apiece, and also that's for Webb, and the scoring kind of balanced for Donelson Christian Academy.
DCA with the basketball to start the second quarter, trailing by a point. Colin Johnston, top of the key, it now goes to Erickson. Tries to make a move, goes through the left side, lays it up and scores, and he'll be fouled as Willoughby got there just a little bit late and couldn't avoid the contact, and a three-point opportunity the old-fashioned way coming for Jake to make that Josh Erickson.
You know, Tim, you and I are both old enough to remember when that was the only way to have a three-point play. No line out there.
That's for sure. Free throw from Erickson coming. He has it up and good. So his team now up 12-10. I'd say that's DCA's biggest lead of this contest.
Yeah, they've had one other of 2.
Webb works it up the floor against the full court man-to-man pressure. Brandon Neighbors spins it to the front court. DCA coming with much more pressure right now in the second quarter than we saw in the first quarter. Down the baseline runs Jenkins all the way up. Rolls it off the rim, no good. And DCA will bring it the other way. Johnston wants the basketball and gets it. Popping out now is Outlaw. Left side to Erickson. Ball loose. Pop it inside. Ewan. Top of the key. Shot no good from Johnston. Rebound. Ewan puts it up. Good. The big guy got the position inside.
He used the swim technique, got under the guy, and he used his size well.
14-10. DCA on top. Webb to the front court. Justin Jenkins cut off. Top of the key now to set the offense will be Brandon Neighbors. Neighbors waits for Jenkins to cut to the left-hand side. He gets it down the left side, pulls up from 15 feet. No good. A late whistle will give 2 shots to Jenkins.
And Tim, both teams taking the ball to the hole now. Action's picked up a little bit, but DCA with that 4-point lead right now.
Colin Johnston called for the foul. That is his first. 2 free throws coming for Justin Jenkins. He has now 6 points on the contest. A good-looking freshman right here.
A really good-looking athlete there.
Substitution, I didn't catch it for Webb. We will in just a minute, but now the second free throw for Jenkins, trying to cut into that 14-11 DCA lead. Cool and calm, lays it in. Got a lot of rim, but got the shooter's rope.
You know, Tim, he didn't look like a 62% free throw shooter then. He looked like about 80%.
He shoots it like you're supposed to, for sure. Johnston to the front court. Man-to-man from Webb. Johnston still with it down the left-hand side. Bump, no call. Rebound comes off to Sampson. Down the center of the floor. Kicks in the corner. Jenkins fakes the 3. Through the lane he goes. Rolls it up off the glass. Good. Jenkins with 9. DCA gets it fumbled in the backcourt just a little bit, but now controls it. Erickson, 14-14 with 6 minutes to go second quarter.
They like that 1-4 offense.
They do. Got a double high post. Trying to get somebody to roll down through there. What they like, to me, is to get the big guy inside for an offensive rebound. He's not looking for the basketball much on the pass. Shot blocked and foul. Sampson got too much arm, the official says, and he's not excited. He said there should have been a walk, Mr. Referee. And
yes.
I think Ricky Norris kind of agrees with that. But either way it goes, that's the second foul on Sampson. Team's 4th. 2 free throws coming for Will Henry.
And Henry's not been to the line today.
He has not scored. His team tied with Webb at 14. First one's up and off the back of the iron, but finally gets the roll, and it's good.
Well, he bought some stock in United States Steel, and he got a dividend then.
I was looking at the monitor here. They've got the camera right over top of the rim. This one's clean. 16-14, 2 of 2.
That's a good shot, too, by the crew.
5:45 to go. DCA on top, 16-14. Jenkins looks for a pass inbounds and finally gets it to Chad Neighbors. He'll work it up the floor to Jenkins, almost in out of bounds. Almost stolen by Carson Outlaw. And frankly, Webb got a break right there because I think Jenkins had already broken, and if Outlaw didn't get a hand on the basketball, it was going out of bounds. It would have been DCA's basketball.
You are right about that. Now they're playing man-to-man defense. They're getting up what's called on the line, up the line, and will double team the ball at any chance that the ball handler takes his eye off of the defense.
Neighbors to Blantz. Top of the key, it goes back to Chad Neighbors. Sampson needs help, gets it to Neighbors. Down the lane he rolls, lobs it inside to Sampson. Wants to make a move off the baseline. Nice shot, no good, however, from about 6 feet away. And the rebound comes off to DCA, leading by 2. Erickson cut off at the free throw line. Popping out to get it now is Singer. Erickson one more time against the man-to-man from Webb. Everything is slow just a bit as Erickson's near the midcourt stripe, now takes it down to the right wing. Entry pass goes inside and off the arm in hands of Ewan.
They missed him earlier. The big man, Ewan, had the position, but there was enough pressure they couldn't lob it to him.
4:52, 16-14, and the pass stolen on the inbounds pass. Just a bad pass from Jenkins. DCA comes up with it. Henry through the lane. Nice bounce pass inside, up and good. Jake Singer made the nice break, but the great pass there from Henry. Jenkins down the center of the floor. Veers off to the right. Sampson. Cross-court pass. Bland through the lane. Ball tipped away. He'll pick it back up. No, he'll let it go out of bounds and live to fight another day.
Tim, if they'll watch the DCA press, that time it was really a 2-2-1 where they match up and they make you think they're playing man-to-man. There will be a man always come after the basketball and watch them shift.
Jenkins to trigger it in to Blantz. Balance the floor. DCA will back up just a little bit now from that pressure they were playing a couple minutes ago. Chad Neighbors to Jenkins. Guarding him is Jake Singer. That's a tough assignment. To Blantz in the corner. Back out top it goes to Neighbors. Can't get loose. That's number 10. Now just checking the number. D. Gray is checked in the contest for Webb. A new number. Jenkins down the baseline. Pulls up from 8. No good. Shot a little long. And the rebound on the weak side comes to Colin Johnston. DCA up by 4. Their best opportunity of the game. Up 4 with the basketball. Johnston, top of the key. Outlaw runs through the lane. Puts it up off the glass and scores. Very good control for Carson Outlaw.
Yes, Webb not giving any help when the man was beating on the dribble.
20-14, DCA on top, 3.5 to go, second quarter. Division IIA boys semifinals, TSSAA. Jenkins, and the DCA crowd is excited right now. Their team up 4. Nice move inside there from Chad Neighbors. Made a little double clutch, didn't he, Joe?
Oh, that takes a lot of body control to do that. And you are absolutely right. A good move by the young man. And again, the DCA coach hollers, hey, where's the help side?
Outlaw, top of the key to Singer. Feed it inside Ewins. Got position, puts it up. It has it blocked away, and then a travel's called. Ball got loose inside. I just lost track of what was going on.
I think, Tim, they're going to have to change scoreboard. I have 20-16 over here, not 22-16.
Yeah, they got the crowd back behind us. My guess is somebody on the hard copy will get it right.
Yeah, hey, all that matters is what's in the book. Actually, the scoreboard has nothing to do with who wins and loses other than the time.
Well, it'll get the crowd excited, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it gets them excited.
Jenkins to the front court for Webb. Down 4. He's got it on the right wing. Fakes the 3, won't shoot it. Sampson surely will. Looks good. A little long, however. Right on target, but just about a foot long. Long rebound comes back out to Webb, however, and Blantz has it. They'll get to do it all over again. Jenkins right wing. Gets a pick. Can't use it. Left side it goes in the corner to Blantz. Sampson stepping out in front of it is Outlaw. He's able to run it down. Lob it inside. Ball's loose. Picked up by Sampson for Webb. Other way, Jenkins in front. Can't get the basketball. Sampson stands, holds, kicks it across to Gray. We slow it down. Blantz will back it up. Says Jenkins, you go inside. I'll take the right side baseline, and he does. Kicks it back out front to Sampson. Runs down the right side, spins, puts it off the glass. It is no good, but a foul's called.
And the proper call. Tim, it looks like DCA switched to what I call a pack man-to-man. One-man pressure on the ball, and there are 4 guys that almost look like a zone. Dick Bennett plays that. I believe Coach Boone that used to be at Tusculum played a lot of that, and there's a lot of that going on these days.
2016 DCA leads with 1:41 to go as Burton Sampson steps to the free throw line to shoot 2. He misses the first one. Webb has no one along the lane, conceding the missed shot. Or maybe they're conceding that Sampson will hit the free throw, but he didn't. He missed both.
Usually that's you want to be back on defense. I saw Ralph Turner when he took Union University over a few years ago do that all the time because he knew he wasn't going to get an offensive rebound.
Erickson to Outlaw from about 17 feet and knocks it down. Nobody came to pick him up. He just stood there and shot a free throw about 2 steps behind the line.
And the bank is open.
Webb to the front court, trailing by 6. In the corner, Blanche runs through, needs help, kicks it back out. Jenkins, 3 in the air, it is good. Jenkins goes to double figures with 12.
That young man's got very good form, and we've got the ball getting away, and the referee wisely stops the clock.
That cuts the lead in half, 22-19. 63 ticks to go till halftime.
The three-point shot has really changed the strategy of the game. You only have to shoot 33% from three-point line to be the same as shooting 50% from
both teams.
2 points.
If you look here, both teams shooting very well. DCA 9 of 13, Webb 7 of 13.
Yeah, DCA
9 of 15,
60% and 53% for Webb.
He went inside, has the ball blocked out of there. Sampson came from the weak side. I think we saw some weak side help there.
Not in my house. Get your stuff out of here.
I think he got that one with the elbow.
Yep.
But DCA will maintain possession, no harm. They still got the basketball, inbounds pass. Comes in there to Erickson. He'll take it across the lane, can't shoot it. In the corner, firing for 3 is Singer, no good. Rebound fought for inside and finally picked up by Webb. And we've got a timeout called by Webb, and the official not going to get a timeout. I'm not sure what the deal is. And now he's going to go explain it to, I believe he thought the timeout was trying to be called for by Ricky Norris, and Coach Norris said no, it wasn't, and they play it back in.
That's the second time we've had that happen today.
Happened the first game today, didn't we?
It sure
our first game, I should say. 30 seconds exactly. Jenkins comes to the front court. Webb is trailed by as many as 6 now, down by 3. Will take the last shot of the half, it appears. Jenkins just stands near the midcourt stripe, and DCA content to let that happen. 14 seconds. They'll move it with about 8, looks like. Jenkins with 10. Top of the key, gets a pick. Can't get loose. With 6 to Blance. Somebody's going to have to fire it. Jenkins will from about 30 feet. It is no good as the half comes to an end. And we will go to halftime with DCA leading by the count of 22-19. You're listening to the TSSAA Network. We'll take 2 minutes for the networks. We'll be right back with more from David Lipscomb.
Because
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
Back at Allen Arena, 8:03 left in halftime, where Donelson Christian Academy leads Webb School of Knoxville 22-19, and I am privileged to get to talk with Kim Van Atta and about the Governor's Safety Program. And Kim, it is one of the greatest programs that I have seen. I've seen results of it. There are kids in West Tennessee where I live that pay attention, all the great ads, y'all bring the cars and stuff. What's new with the governor's safety program?
Well, we've actually added this year distracted driving, because that's a big problem, especially with this age group, this demographic. We're really trying to reach them. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but every teenager in the world has a cell phone, and they are texting every minute of every day. And they get behind that wheel, and they're still texting, and that's going to cause a big problem. They're either going to lose their life, or they're going to cost somebody else their life. They
really are. And Kim, I know one of the things people say all the time, well, this program's only aimed at high school students, but that's not true, is it?
No, that's not true. This is a good demographic, because these are the ones that are beginning drivers, but we're also targeting their parents, because if you don't have that parental support and that parental example, then you're going to have problems with the kids as well. And we're every demographic. We're the youth, the 20 to 35, which is the big sports fans, and then the elderly. We're having problems with them too, because they're losing their faculties as they go along, and there are no more driver's tests. They can keep their license as long as they want to. So we really need to up the ante on those two.
Kim, down my way in West Tennessee at the 108-mile marker, we had a really bad wreck yesterday. And you mentioned the elderly. Had an elderly lady lost her life with a head-on crash with a tractor-trailer rig, and two people actually were killed in the wreck. I was
on my way back from Jackson, and that wreck, I think, happened at about 7:45, and I came back at 1 o'clock, and the ramp was still closed. So I saw that there was a FedEx truck involved, and it was ripped apart, and I'm surprised there weren't more than 2 fatalities. And she was going the wrong way down the interstate. So like I said, we got to keep an eye on everybody. You get behind the wheel, you're worried about yourself, but other drivers around you may not be paying attention either, and if you're not, that's going to cause a crash.
I love my mom, but my brother and I decided about 5 years ago she didn't need to drive anymore. She was 80 years old, and in her 79th year she drove okay, but signs started showing up, and someday I hope my daughter tells me when it's time to quit. And that's part of the governor's safety program, is watching from the day you get that learner's permit till the day you stop driving.
That's right, we do. We're trying to be proactive, so if we can prevent these rather than react after these happen, we're hoping that's what we can do. We do TSSAA, so we're getting these fans, the parents of the kids, and the kids themselves. And then Stephen Bargatze, who works with TSSAA, is a magician. He goes into all the schools across the state and gives a program, the Booze It and Lose It Click It or Ticket program. So we're trying to reach every high school kid imaginable.
And you do. Y'all do a great job of that. We just mentioned fatalities, and for me, I hate talking about that subject, but to the best of my knowledge, Tennessee's really improved their fatality situation.
Every year for the past 5 years, since Kendall Poole's been the director, every year we've reduced the fatality number. We're below 1,000 for the first time ever. And then I can't give him all the credit he would like for me to, but I can't, because we are funding law enforcement agencies, and they're the ones that get out there. I mean, they do the work out on the field and the road, and they're very visible, and we get to pay for some of their overtime. So we know what they're doing too. We can't live without them.
No, you can't. It's really a great thing. And, Kim, one of the things that both of us need to emphasize to people, today they're still cleaning that wreck up at the 108 marker. There are state workers out there. Yes, they have the warning vest and things like that, but we have laws here in Tennessee that as part of the safety program that the governors have started. We have to pull over, move over.
Yes. Law. And nobody pays attention to it, but when you see blue lights ahead, you get in the other lane. And it is not only for the safety of the people that were involved in the crash, but the officers are out there every day risking their lives for us. And one small thing we can do is get over on the other side of the road, and people don't see that. It's very important.
And talking about partnerships, one of the most important partnerships is with the youth, the TSSAA, and the Governor's Safety Program. How important is that?
Oh, that's incredibly important, because we are reaching these kids when they're learning to drive. They get their learner's permit. They're 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Nothing will ever happen to them. And they're too inexperienced to be behind the wheel to think that, and to be texting on their phone, talking on their phone, messing with the radio, messing with the DVD. I mean, there are so many things to do in a car except for drive that really causes problems.
Kim, we appreciate you, the Governor's Safety Program. I've got to ask this. Folks, she's going to hit me when I tell you this. This young lady did not play in this arena, but she played in McQuitty Gymnasium.
We're not going to say
and she was
how long ago.
Not how long. She was a 90% free throw shooter. Would you like to play again sometime, though, kid?
I don't know. My bones and muscles are kind of worn out after that. I think I'll let my record stand.
If you need driving lessons or governor safety lessons or free throw shooting lessons, call Kim Van Adam.
Absolutely. I'll be glad to help.
Kim, always a pleasure to have you, and look forward to talking to you the next couple of days. There she is. 22-19, DCA leads Webb. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, on the TSSAA network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
TSSAA style from Allen Arena on the campus of David Lipscomb University. At the half, Donelson Christian School leads 22-19 over Webb School of Knoxville. Both teams shooting very well. Webb 7 of 14. 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 4 from the field. Donelson Christian 9 of 17 from the field, 1 of 4 from the arc, 3 of 5 free throw shooting. There have been 9 rebounds for Donelson Christian, just 6 for Webb. Not a lot of missed shots, not a lot of shots in the game, frankly, because Webb has held the basketball a good bit of the time on the offensive end of the deal. Turnovers, just 4 for Webb, 3 for Donelson Christian. Joe, I think you'd agree it's been a well-played game. It's been a game of strategy as much as any basketball game I've seen in a while.
Yeah, well played. Only 2 steals by Donelson Christian Academy, only 1 steal by Webb. In the paint, DCA's had 12 points, and Webb has had 8 in the paint, so very interesting. Fast break points, none for Donelson Christian Academy, 3 for Webb.
Starting lineups for Webb, let's check. It looks like Jenkins, Neighbors, Sampson, Blantz, and Willoughby, just the way they started the game. For DCA, I see Ewan on the floor along with Johnston. Henry is there, Erickson, and Singer. So that's their original starting 5. Webb has to start the second half on the baseline, running with it. Sampson in the corner, pulls up, can't shoot from 15. Jenkins down the lane, right side, puts it off the glass and scores. He's the leading scorer in the game now with 14 points, and the lead is now 1 for DCA.
Tell you what, that was an outstanding drive. They ran the Allen Iverson cut off of 2 high post screens for Jenkins to get him free.
Webb man-to-man as DCA has it. Running through is Outlaw up and make that Singer on a nice feed from Erickson. And the lead back to 3, 24-21. DCA picked the pocket and scoring. Erickson just took it away from Chad Neighbors and laid it in the hole.
He sure did, and they were back. That's just straight full-court man-to-man defense then.
Burton Sampson to Caleb Blantz at the top of the key. Blantz between the rings. Guarded out front by Johnston. Blantz can't get away. Down the baseline, running with it is Neighbors. Ball's knocked out of there and pulled away by Henry for DCA. To the front court. 3 in the air from Johnston. It is no good. Rebound will be picked up off the floor by Sampson. Jenkins wants it to the front court, can't get it. Sampson down the lane, all the way through. Bump, no call. Tries to kick it back out front. Blantz gets it, and it's blocked by Ewan, and then Ewan caught a whole lot of body after that. He made the clean block, but then couldn't quite control his body enough and just knocked Blantz to the floor.
And I wasn't sure which way the referee would interpret, whether it be a 2-shot foul or a foul after the shot.
Well, you could have gotten that call for sure But 2 free throws are coming. That is Ewan's first foul of the contest. As Blanche to the free throw line, up and no good. Yeah. He has not been to the line before that attempt. He'll have another one coming. Webb now just 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
Yes, and that we got to improve that to stay in this contest.
Second one is good. 26-22. DCA with the lead and the basketball after the made free throw by Caleb Blantz. 6:22 as Johnston, third quarter, brings it up. In the corner it goes to Erickson. Spins down the baseline, pulls up, shoots the 3. It is off the rim, no good. Picked up off the floor finally by Neighbors as Jenkins had a hand on it. To Sampson, through the lane, hops, steps, puts it off the glass and scores.
This young man's got a lot of spring in his legs.
Sampson now has 7, and the lead is down to 2. 26-24, DCA. We're inside 6 minutes, third quarter. Erickson, top of the key now to Singer. Inside Ewan, and an offensive foul is called. The basket went in. They'll wipe it off, I would imagine. We'll look to be sure.
In high school, it's automatic wipe off. There's no point.
Well, I think clearly it was the case. The shot was even after the contact. Foul goes against Ewan. That's his second foul against DCA in the half. Webb now with a chance to tie or take a lead. Front court comes Neighbors. He's got numbers. Past Ewan. Scoop shot rolls good.
The little stutter step made that scoop shot available.
Got it under Ewan, and 6 straight points from Webb make it 26-26 tie. Johnston draws contact.
There looks like the bucket's going to be good, too.
Well, the ball surely went in the hoop, and he says it is good.
Tim, for the fans that wonder about what you and I were talking about, at one time when you and I were coaching, you could still have a good basket on a charge. But that rule changed in the mid-'80s, I believe.
Colin Johnston's first 2 points. He's got a chance at a 3-point play. The foul was against Justin Jenkins. That's his first. And the free throw is good. 29-26, right back to where we were at the half. 3-point DCA lead. Front court, Neighbors throws it to Sampson. He wants a pick. Somebody comes and gives it to him. Now it goes the other way through the baseline, and it's out of bounds. Lost control. The pick came to the high side. He went low. Really had a step on the defender, but lost control of the basketball.
Got to keep that hand down on there and keep good control over it. This will be an important defensive series here for Webb.
Colin Johnston walks to the front court. He'll be met right there by Chad Neighbors. Spinning out top, Henry. Spin now to Erickson as they work the weave. Standing back to shoot the 3 is Johnson. Off the rim, no good. Foul on the rebound. Jenkins just way too aggressive as Henry had position for the rebound inside and was fouled by Jenkins. I think that is his second.
He is his second, team second.
They'll need to keep that young man in the game, that's for sure.
Tim, anytime you slap down like that, whether it's dribbling, whether it's blocking shots, going to get a foul about 90% of the time.
Jenkins is going to get a quick break, going to get a little coaching from Ricky Norris, and you'll know he'll be back in the game soon. DCA with it, throws it away. Outlaw trying to hit it out front to Josh Erickson, just threw it the wrong place.
They had 5th turnover. It'll be Webb's ball with pretty decent man-to-man pressure right now in the backcourt.
Neighbors will work it to the front court. Through the ring all the way to the basket, lays it up short, no good. Hit the underside of the rim. A little out of control. DCA comes back the other way. Josh Erickson, and they call a carry. You don't see it called much. Got his hand up under the basketball. The official, what I see, Joe, and I don't know about you, if you don't get much in advantage, they kind of let it go. But just about the time you can get past somebody because of it, that's when the call's been made.
Yeah, you just got to make that big loop turnover. 6th turnover now for Donelson Christian Academy.
Webb down 3 with the basketball. Jenkins has the player inside open, couldn't get it to him. That was Gray. Near the midcourt line now, Neighbors has it. Popping out to get it to Sampson, now gets it to Gray. Blantz to Gray, back to Blantz. Outside the 3-point line, he's on the left wing. Blantz through the lane, got bumped. Fires it out to Neighbors. He'll shoot 3, rims out, no good. Rebound, Gray. Blantz Neighbors once again floats it, no good. Rebound fought for, picked up inside. We've got bodies all over the floor, and DCA has it in the front court. Johnston puts it up, rolls it, good. That was a tough off-balance shot.
Nice and soft, though, and that's how they stay up there.
31-26, DCA, 3:40. Third quarter, TSSAA championships. A little refereeing being done over there on the other side from the fans. Never been part of that, have you, Joe?
Oh, no. Well, you know, there's either a referee or a coach in every seat in the gymnasium. Do you know that?
About right. Blanche just stands and holds. Webb patient much of this game to Neighbors. Sampson has it, can't shoot. Left-hand dribble, needs help, gets it now to Gray. Blanche, two-guard front right now. Left wing goes to Jenkins. Wants to make a move, does. Can't get loose. Nice defense there by Jake Singer. We're 3 minutes as Blanche goes through. Out to Jenkins. Webb still can't penetrate. Looking inside. The big man's out of the game right now. Baseline. Singer has it get loose and out of bounds.
And there may be a change in this call. The referees are going to confer, and they're going to leave it as is. And that will be the 7th turnover for Webb School of Knoxville.
Brandon Neighbors in for Chad Neighbors. I don't know if they're neighbors or brothers, but
are they friendly neighbors?
Or whatever it happens to be, but that's where the substitution happens to be. Colin Johnston for DCA. His team up by 5. Their biggest lead has been 6. They have a chance to build that higher up right now. Erickson against the man-to-man. All the way through, runs Johnson, lays it up and in. Nobody came to help for Webb. He got loose and just found an easy path to the basket.
Yeah, you don't give up layups, and it went right behind a man's back for a layup.
Jenkins on the other end goes all the way through. Off-balance shot, no good. Rebound up and good by Sampson. And a quick timeout called by Ricky Norris for Webb School of Knoxville. 33-28, DCA leads it. Let's take a quick 30-second break along the TSSAA network.
Master.
Back at Allen Arena, Blue Cross Championship Division II action here. It's the semifinals with Donelson Christian Academy leading 33-28 over Webb School of Knoxville. Donelson Christian Academy shooting 56% from the field, Tim, 45.8% for Webb School of Knoxville. Turnovers, 7 for Webb, 6 for Donelson Christian Academy. A good, aggressive game with a lot of good action.
Well, this one's going to go down to the wire. Right now, DCA leads by 5 and will have the basketball.
They really will, and I tell you what, execution and being at the right place. But I'm going to tell you what, whoever plays the best help defense may wind up winning this contest.
You could be exactly right. DCA has it. Colin Johnston will walk it up. Webb, no pressure at this point in time, waiting. On the forecourt is Brandon Neighbors to guard. Erickson looking inside for Ewan. He's got position in there against a much smaller, whoever he plays against much smaller. Ewan's a big fella. They haven't thrown it into him in a while, though. DCA continues out front. Through the lane, Erickson puts it up and good. He's very quick on that first step, isn't he, Joe?
He is, and the defender on that side's got to come over and help his other defender.
35-28, DCA's biggest lead of the contest at 7. Jenkins, double team, has to get loose. On the floor, they dive, and finally picked out of there by DCA. With it is Erickson. Up the floor they come. DCA by 7 in the basketball with 1:14 to go. Presley Ramsey is motioning to spread it out. Let's keep the middle of the floor open. It's been good to them, hasn't it?
It really has. They've gotten some quick drives in this second half.
Cutting through, trying to get his Erickson, cannot. Way out top, Colin Johnston, as we go inside of a minute. DCA up 7 with the basketball. Ewan at the free throw line, gives it up. Erickson can't get through. Now has it on the right wing. Beat it in the lane. Shot not coming from Outlaw. Got loose, and it will be an over and back violation as he tried to throw it back out front. He got in the lane into too much traffic, couldn't do anything with it, tried to kick it back out front, and it got away.
7th Donelson Christian turnover. You don't see splitting the post very much anymore, though, Tim, like that.
Webb down 7 really needs a point or two in this last 37 seconds. Give themselves a little momentum going into the last 8 minutes. Double high post. They spread it out. They'll pan it down to the baseline, I would expect, here in about 15 seconds. 22 to go in the third quarter. With the basketball is Sampson. Runs through and puts it up in front earlier than I thought, but he laid it in. Nice soft touch by Sampson. He has 11. 8 seconds. DCA up the floor, up by 5. Johnston motions. Gives up to Outlaw. Somebody's going to need to fire it up. It's going to get on the floor. No shot coming as the third quarter comes to an end. And at the end of 3 quarters, Donelson Christian Academy 35, Webb with 30. We'll be back to wrap this one up. 8 minutes to go from David Lipscomb University along the Blue Cross Basketball Championship Network.
Hey, you want to take a look at this?
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
It will be Jake Singer, the sophomore 5'11" point guard, post player, I should say, for DCA. Johnston to Erickson. They look inside to Ewan, can't get it to him. Kick it across in the lane. Up left-hand shot, no good, missed. Rebound inside, stripped and stolen. The Singer was trying to make a move, and reaching in there to get it was Neighbors.
Yeah, Brandon Neighbors played pickpocket then.
Sampson to Neighbors. Webb down 5 with the basketball. To Jenkins. He's been quiet this half. Through the lane, he's fouled as he goes up inside. Made a nice move with the left hand, and will shoot 2 free throws.
Jenkins 2 for 2 at the free throw line, and the Webb School of Knoxville, they're 3 for 6 for the contest.
Jenkins has 14, but 12 of those were in the first half. Only 2 second half points, but a chance to get 2 of them back right here. 7:28 to go in the contest. Jenkins eyes it, fires it up and good.
He's got a nice smooth stroke, leaves that follow through there, Tim.
Webb with everybody back on the defensive end of the floor, leaving Jenkins and 4 DCA players. Both free throws are good. The lead is down to 2, 35-32. Colin Johnston walks it up the floor for DCA. Gives it up now to Henry. To Erickson. Around the perimeter they work it against the man-to-man from Webb. Somebody's trying to find a way to get through. Ewan has the pass go away from him. They tried to feed it inside, and it was wide, and Webb with a chance to tie with a long one. Sampson, top of the key, gives it up to Neighbors. In the corner now, it goes to Blantz. Jenkins has it, motions traffic away to Sampson. Kind of gotten quiet in the arena right now. Blantz backdoor cut, can't get it. Long 3 in the air from Neighbors. It is no good. And pulled out of there by Will Henry for DCA. That one looked like it had a chance.
It did at that, Tim. I thought it might go in.
6.5 to go. DCA with it and leading. Erickson picks up the basketball and travels. Got the pass, couldn't control it. We'll take it the other way.
And Tim, it looked like a young man when he caught it, got caught in between a jump stop and a stride stop. And if you do that, usually you travel with the basketball.
Once again, Webb with a chance to cut into the 3-point DCA lead. It was 3 at the half. Out front with it is Neighbors. Cutting along the baseline, Sampson fires up for 3, no good, a little short on the shot. Rebound, weak side, goes off to Jake Singer for DCA. So another opportunity goes by the boards for Webb. 6 minutes exactly now. But Johnston controls it for DCA. Top of the key, it goes to Singer. Kicks it out to Erickson. Through the lane, left-hand scoop shot off the back of the iron, no good. Pulled out of there by Jenkins. He wants to run. Doesn't have numbers, but he's coming anyway. Sampson says he wants it to Neighbors. Top of the key, hesitation to Sampson. Fakes the 3. Free throw line, kicks it across. That is Chad Neighbors to Jenkins. 3 in the air from Brandon Neighbors. It's 3 and it's tied.
And he didn't hesitate. He buried it, and we got a timeout.
Timeout on the floor by Webb. They tied it at 35. They trailed by as many as 7. 5:26 to go. Let's take a quick 30-second break for our folks along the Tennessee TSSAA network.
Allen Arena, it's tied up at 35-all between DCA and Webb. And TSSAA would like to thank Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, the Governor's Highway Safety Office, Tennessee Dairy Farmers, Rawlings, Baptist Sports Medicine, and Action Picks for their support of these championship games.
All right, we're working our way down. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go as DCA finds themselves now tied after leading by as many as 7 just a few clicks ago. Feeding goes to Ewan, has the ball picked and stolen. Here comes Neighbors the other way. Webb now with a chance to take a lead. Brandon Neighbors to Jenkins. They bring 3 players out to the midcourt stripe, and they're going to stand and hold it for just a minute. We'll see how long DCA will let them do it and see how long Webb wants to do it.
Well, I think it helps Webb catch their breath a little bit, even though they've subbed. Now, some of these kids have logged some long minutes, Tim.
And we're just standing. Everybody is standing. There's not a motion being made out there. Holding the basketball is Brandon Neighbors. And coaching is being done over here by Ricky Norris. He's giving his troops some direction.
Ricky Norris going to do what he thinks gives his team the best chance to win, and they are in the process of shortening the contest.
Now Presley Ramsey tells his bunch to come out and let's guard them.
And they've got a good set of defenders to do it with, too.
And there's a foul call. Foul will go against Jake Singer, and I think that was an intentional foul that wasn't called that way. Presley Ramsey wanted a timeout. He wants to talk about what are we going to do against that, so he gave the order. Let's get this clock stopped somehow. 4:12 to go in the contest. Timeout on the floor. Webb will have it when we come back. You're listening to the TSSAA Network and the Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Would like to thank Rawlings for their support of TSSAA Basketball Championship. Rawlings is the official ball for the TSSAA Basketball Championships. And Tim, 4:12 left and we're all tied up.
Presley Ramsey from DCA wanted to be sure his troops knew what to do in case Webb held it, and DCA is going to put pressure on not to let that happen, it appears, because they've got full man-to-man defensive pressure coming. Sampson gives it up to Blantz. Webb still appears to be in a position they want to hold the basketball 45 feet from the basket. We've got a foul call. Foul goes against DCA. Blantz has it, and Presley Ramsey, arms crossed over there for DCA, is saying we did not execute what I called in the huddle, and I'm not sure what that was, but he's not happy.
He told the kids thinking, notice the big man, Ewing, is out right now. They've gone with their quick troops.
3:54, we're tied 35-35. Webb's going to just try to clear it out and look for DCA to break a little bit, but the pass is stolen on the inbounds pass. Jenkins do it a little bit long. DCA will have it. Colin Johnston, let's see what the strategy is here. Presley Ramsey wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to the TSSAA Network.
Dairy farm families are proud to support high school athletics and the TSSAA. Milk is a great source of protein, and chocolate milk is a great way to fuel up after exercise. So lift the glass and toast your local dairy farmer as you build strong and healthy bones and muscles. Do you wonder if they might spread out? No, they've got the big man back in there. I think they're going to him, Tim.
Presley Ramsey and Ricky Norris in an old-fashioned chess match right here. 3:40 to go. DCA has it. With the ball, Colin Johnston. Every shot now is critical. Inside it goes. Spinning with its outlaw. Can't shoot. Well, does shoot. And a foul's called. And I think Burton Sampson is called for that thing. And the officials are going to say, is that a, get some help. Was that a shot or was it a pass? He's going to see. We're going to get 2 shots. Yes.
And that will be Sampson's 3rd foul. That is an item, and 3rd team foul.
Well, Carson Outlaw pressed the issue inside and drew a foul. I don't think he had a chance in the world to score.
No. That's one of those times when you're the defender, you just want to stand there, face him, and do a 7-11 stick-up.
Free throw is no good because it just sticks up there between the backboard and the ring. And if that were a field goal attempt, we'd have a held ball situation. But since it's a second free throw coming, Sampson jumped up there and knocked it out. And we'll try it again. I bet he couldn't do that if he tried.
Oh, it's amazing how the ball sticks.
3:32, tied at 35. Second free throw of 2 from Outlaw. Is up and no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it in. Nobody blocked out front.
At the free throw line, I always say, I've got the shooter.
And he did it all in one motion. Yeah. Never came down, just took it off. And a kind of a broad jump kind of a move. Sampson, out top it goes to Brandon Neighbors. To Blantz. Sampson at the top of the key, directing traffic a little bit as Neighbors has it. Guarded out front there by Johnston. Defensive pressure, the big crowd making the noise. To Sampson, inside 3 minutes. DCA up by 2. Neighbors with the basketball, top of the key to Blantz. Almost traveled. Ball almost loose. Webb very shaky right now with 2:40. In the corner to Blantz. Tripped out front, no call. Still controls the basketball to Sampson. Somebody, well, and there's the somebody. Timeout is called by Coach Ricky Norris. Let's hang on to it right here. He's talking with his squad. It looked like to me Webb was very unsure of that trip down the floor of anything they wanted to do. Didn't react well to the defensive pressure DCA had.
They were out of sync. They weren't setting the screen. And Tim, you and I both know they really had gone nowhere with the basketball that time. There was nothing that penetrated towards the goal.
It's one of the things that you, as a coach, have to cipher into what you do. When you go out and hold the basketball as they did 2 or 3 minutes ago, do you get your team out of rhythm? And there's a lot of coaches that don't like to do that because of that very thing. Once you quit playing, attacking the basket, sometimes it's hard to catch that back up, and I think that's what we're seeing right now.
It really is, and I'm not so sure that didn't affect the failure to block out. But I tell you what, as you said earlier, between Presley Ramsey and Ricky Norris, two great coaches, a great chess match here.
Really good timeout there by Ricky Norris just to get his team a chance to reload the thing, maybe get a set play out of the timeout. I'm going to Jenkins if it's me.
Yes, he's had the hot hand, and tonight he's their leading scorer.
Let's see what we got. Jenkins will trigger it in to Chad Neighbors. Two guard set. Blance on the right side has it. Kicks it on the right wing to Brandon Neighbors. Comes across the top of the key. Still with the basketball. Trying to cut. Can't. Top of the key. Looking for Blance. Gets it out to him. DCA crowd on its feet. Webb's had it for about a minute. Jenkins, bump, no call out front. Very, very tight DCA defense. Jenkins wants the top of the key by himself. Goes through, bump, no call. All the way through, the ball's loose on the floor. Picked up by Sampson. Neighbors with 1:48.
At this point, cool heads win hot ball games.
Brandon Neighbors, top of the key to Sampson. Now to Chad Neighbors. To Brandon. Blance. Sampson, right wing. Double team. Through the lane he goes. Spinning. Called for a travel.
And that's the 10th turnover of the night on Webb.
1:27 to go. DCA will have the basketball in a 2-point lead as they get the big guy back in the contest. D. Ewan will replace Outlaw.
And Webb will come with their press. It looks like it's going to be a 2-2-1 press.
All right, neither team in the 1+1 at this point in the basketball game. That's pretty key with the 1:27 to go. Matter of fact, Webb has only fouled 3 times. They've got a bunch of fouling to get them to the bonus.
Now they foul 4, but that's a disadvantage at this point, Tim.
I think that's exactly right. First foul comes, and I got a feeling you're going to see a couple more maybe fairly quickly from Webb if they can get it, just in case they have to get them to the line, they have a chance to do so. Erickson in the backcourt. Gets it up now to Johnston. Double team pressure. Throws out of it. Erickson down the lane. Top of the key. We've got a timeout called by DCA. 1:09 to go in the contest. We've got a 30-second timeout. Coach Lee says hang on to it right here. What is being said in the huddle by Presley Ramsey? His team up by 2.
Well, first thing he's talking about is how many timeouts we got left. Then he's going to tell them what we want to do to get the ball inbounds, make sure he's going to re-instruct his inbounder, and then the strategy, he's making his decision. Do I want to run my offense or do I want to pull it out and go 4 corners?
69 seconds to go on the other side of the coin. The Webb coach, Ricky Norris, his team has only fouled 4 times. He's down 2. He's got to be talking something about we've got to find a way to get 3 fouls in here if we can't get a steal.
Quick steals and quick fouls. You go for the steal, and if you don't steal it, you foul them.
If you don't get it, get an arm.
Yeah, you might as well. You've got a couple of fouls to give. Play a little rough.
And the officials have let them play a good bit. You might get away with a little bit of a hack and a steal.
It's been consistent, though.
It has. I'll give you that. All right, DCA to play it in. Johnston with 69 seconds. Gets it back. Jenkins to Johnston. Out front it goes to Ewan. We're right at a minute now. Erickson checked out there by Chad Neighbors. Neighbors trying to get a foul, can't get it called. Top of the key goes to Johnson. We're at 50 seconds. Will Harrell, DCA up 2 with the basketball, playing keep away. Erickson to 45 seconds. Guarded by Blance, kick it to the top of the key. To Will Henry, 38 seconds to go. Erickson with it. Blance trying to get a foul. There's Jenkins out and finally does. Jenkins with the foul with 31.6, only the 5th team foul. So we'll play it out of bounds on the side.
I think they ran it down a little lower than Coach Norris wanted him to because he was giving the foul signal.
Timeout on the floor. We've got a timeout. Let's get a quick break in. We may not get another one before we go on the TSSAA network.
Donelson Christian Academy 2-point lead, 37-35. Coach Norris is instructing on one blocking out at the free throw line when we get there, but he's telling we got to have the ball, either steal it or foul immediately. We've got to get them on the line, and he's instructing on who to foul right now.
Johnston, Henry, Singer, Erickson, and Ewan in for DCA. They've got 31.6 to go with a 2-point lead, trying to get into the championship game on Saturday versus USN for the state championship, Division 2A. To trigger it in, Josh Erickson, full court pressure, of course, from Webb. We got the big guy on the out-of-bounds sideline. Looking, finally lob it out to Ewan. He's got it. They look for a foul, and they get it. 16 fouls, so we're still not in the 1+1, but we'll be there in just the next foul.
Tim, I think they've got to turn up the pressure more. You got to get eyeball to eyeball and deny, and then they did a good job, they being Webb, of keeping
Jenkins called for the foul. That's his fourth. They'll get him out on this thing because they're going to foul. They'll get him back in, I promise you, once they get the basketball back. Right in front of us. The pass comes in to Henry. And a bumping foul. And then we've got 17 fouls now with 27.3. And let's see if Will Henry can hit a free throw or two.
And he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight.
Jenkins ready to check back in. And he will with his 4 fouls and his 16 points.
And let's see if they take the big man Ewan out and for 5 quick defenders to stop the 3-point shot.
At the free throw line, Will Henry, 6-foot senior, 1+1, his team up 2. Free throw up and money. Just like you're supposed to do it. He'll have another. Blantz out there giving encouragement to his guys, saying get up in and get that rebound. The last thing they can afford to do is get a miss and a rebound for DCA. Second free throw, no good. Rebound comes off to Sampson. Webb with it. Neighbors will bring it quickly to the front court. They don't have to shoot a 3. Through the lane. Hops, 14-footer. Good! 16.0 on the clock. A quick timeout called by Webb. It's a 1-point contest, 38-37. Joe, you agree with that? You don't have to shoot the 3-pointer just because you're down 3. You've got plenty of time to get the basketball back and score again.
Oh, you can always shoot the 3 later. Right now you go for the quick steal again, Tim, and you got to foul because you can't let this run down too far because even if they hit 2 free throws, you can come down and shoot a 3.
You'd like to be a little selective about who you foul right here, but I'm not sure the teams have a chance to scout other teams enough to really know who the best are. And let's face it, in this type of environment, I'm not sure who's the coolest cat that you got on your team.
Well, the question is, what do you shoot in the last 2 minutes of a game?
That's
you can
right.
have an 80% shooter shoot 20% in that last 2 minutes, and a 50% shooter can shoot 80%.
I'm going to bet Presley Ramsey knows who he wants to have the basketball, knowing that the foul's probably coming. And he'll have his 2 worst free throw shooters, I'm going to say, farthest away from the basketball, and his best 2 in a position to catch this inbounds pass.
And let's check and see, because Outlaw will be the target if he's on the floor, and I think he is off the floor right now. And after that, there is not really a good person to foul right now.
16 seconds exactly. Colin Johnston, everybody all huddled around him. Pass comes inbounds. Up the floor they come, and a quick foul. No, he's out of bounds.
Wow.
Will Henry caught the basketball and started up the floor and stepped out of bounds coming up the sideline. So just 1.5 clicks off the clock. Webb will have it down by 1.
Now do you hold it for that last shot? The win, you go for the win here.
Oh, I wouldn't think so.
And you're down 1, but you got to shoot it quick enough that you can rebound it and put it back.
Neighbors, that's Chad with it. Top of the key to Jenkins. Down the baseline he runs. And bumped and fouled. The 5th team foul against DCA. Make that the 6th, so there's not a 1+1 coming. 8.5.
And I think that DCA will foul again, Tim, just as long as it's not on a shot.
Well, let's see. Chad Neighbors to play it in. They're looking for Jenkins. Can't get it to him. Sampson has it. In the lane, bumps, jumps, shoots, no good. Rebound, fought for. Jenkins has it, no good. Rebound, DCA, foul with .8 on the clock.
And remember now, as long as it's over .3, you've got a chance to catch and shoot.
DCA in celebration mode. It's not over quite yet, but Joe, let's face it, maybe the best thing DCA can do is miss the free throw right here. Make them catch it and throw it from that distance. But
yeah, rather than setting up an out-of-bounds play.
Well, my guess is he'll want to hit the 2 free throws and take your chances with a 3-point long.
Very competitive young man.
2 free throws from make that 1+1 for Carson Outlaw. Nobody along the lane for DCA. .8. Free throw is up and good.
Well, he drilled that one after being 0 for 4 at the free throw
Presley
line.
Ramsey wants a quick 30-second timeout to talk to his team. For sure, you're saying to your players, do not foul. Under any circumstance, what you want to try to do in any way is go ahead and match. I would match up right now. When everybody goes to the free throw line, I'd match up right now and just shadow somebody. And then as they begin to move, just move with them a little bit, but don't catch a foul.
Stand beside them. Don't foul. Just get in their way enough and don't let them jump into you and draw a 3-point play.
And once they catch it, get out of the way.
This is a big free throw because it puts even more pressure on Webb if it's a 3-point game rather than a 2-point game.
Well, marching orders in place. Webb, of course, is looking for, if it's a miss, do you really have time to call a timeout and throw it? That's really about the only chance you got.
Well, yeah, that's the only chance you got. You'd love to set up home run, and I know Ricky Norris, that's a Hubie Brown play, and Rick used to run that clinic they have at Oak Ridge, and he has used that play that Hubie drew for him when he spoke at that clinic one year.
Carson Outlaw with 9 points in the contest. His team leading 39-37.8 on the clock. No one from DCA along the line. Webb is going to look for a rebound and a throw, it looks like. They've got 4 people along the lane. Free throw now in the hands of Outlaw. Fires it very quickly, no good. Rebound comes off, long throw is no good. And DCA has won it 39-37 to set up a championship game against University School of Nashville. And given 2 Nashville schools in that state championship, I expect there'll be a pretty good, a lively crowd in here on Saturday.
I'd say we may have a packed house. You'll want to get here early.
39-37, DCA a winner. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back, get your stats, wrap up the day, and get you ready for tomorrow right here on the TSSAA Network.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAA network.com/SBP.